If you ever thought that making money online and becoming rich is some sort of scam, then you, my friend, are in for a rude awakening. There's never been a time like this before where you can make massive amounts of money for the least amount of effort. At this point right now, it is the easiest time in history to get rich. This is because we live in an era called the digital gold rush. This just means that the opportunity to make money online is genuinely massive. There are people who start with no knowledge and no experience, yet through positioning themselves properly, they're able to start making their first 6, 7, or 8 figures in a year just by intently and consciously producing things using the internet. Now, there's many things you can decide to do to make your fair share of money. You'll find all sorts of influencers talking about crypto, the TikTok creativity program, clothing brands, YouTube automation, and the list just goes on. However, I believe this is exactly why it's getting easier to start and succeed with your dropshipping business. Everyone else is focused on all the other business models and going through shiny object syndrome, while we're focused on building one profitable online business with room for exit. And the best part is that if you've ever sold anything online before, like on Facebook Marketplace, then congratulations, you've had your first taste of e-commerce. All that matters now is doing this at a higher scale so you can make as much money as possible. That's how I got started with my own journey, and I've been doing this for a bit under 2 years now and have been able to generate thousands of dollars off the internet so far. And don't get me wrong, I've tried many different business models and done many different things before sticking with dropshipping. Not only am I glad to have stuck with it, but I want to explain to you why it has become easier in the first place and why you should consider getting started as well. But first, if there's one thing that you should keep in mind throughout this video, it's this: content is king. Doesn't matter what business you're getting into, doesn't matter what brand you're building for dropshipping, you could literally be doing anything. If you have no content, you have no traffic, and if you have no traffic, you're not gonna be able to get sales anyways. You're missing out on thousands of sales, honestly. Because without content, there's no way to let people know about your dropshipping brand. And if no one knows about your brand, then no one will visit your website. And if no one visits your website, then no one's gonna buy your product. And if no one buys your product, well, you're not gonna make any sales. I think that's a common misconception that a lot of people have because they think, oh, now that I have a dropshipping brand, I can make as much money as possible. But you really have to understand that there's steps that lead to you getting that sale. And content is one of those important steps so that you can get people ready to buy your product. Again, the first thing you want to keep in mind if you want to achieve success with this is that you have to learn the skill of content creation and you need to master it. And trust me, it's not that hard. It's about as easy as sending Snapchat videos to your friends, except you're doing it for products with the goal of making money. Obviously, if you're starting off, I would suggest going organic so that you don't have to spend hundreds of dollars on ads testing your products that you don't even know will work yet. And at this point in time, you probably don't have hundreds or thousands of dollars to spend per day on ads. So keep that money for what actually matters. Especially if it's your first time getting started, don't even think about ads. Do it all organically. Now, I realize that organic content may go over your head and you're wondering, what does that even mean? It's literally just posting a video on the social media platform and allowing platform to organically push your content out. There's a few things you can do to help the platform push your video out some more, but we won't be covering that in this video. You can check out the video up here if you want to learn more about how to create viral organic content. And the reason why organic content works so well is because people's attention span is decreasing quickly. Studies show that we went from 12 seconds in the year 2000s to 8 seconds in the mid 2010s. Imagine how fast it is now when people are ready to scroll after the first 1 to 3 seconds of your video. That's exactly why leveraging short form platforms like TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube Shorts are what's going to make it easy for you to get your content out there. With all these platforms combined, you have the potential to reach 5.5 billion users monthly. That's billion with a B. You don't even need a billion views to make thousands of dollars. You only need a few million. Let's do the math so you can visualize this. Let's say you make a video with 5 million views. If 1% of those people go onto your store, that's 50,000 people visiting your website. Now, if 1% of that decide to buy your $50 product, that's 500 people buying your $50 product. So you'll make $25,000 that month. And as long as you can consistently repeat this, you can consistently make that amount of money every month, if not more. Hopefully you're starting to understand why I said content is king. Obviously, it's still important to understand the actual steps to turn your content into dollars. The process for starting dropshipping is simple. You need to find a winning product, test it with organic marketing, and once you go viral, set up an online store. People will go onto your store, buy the product, you'll make money. There's many ways to find winning products, but what's important is to understand the virality of the product, the margins you'll be working with if you sell it yourself, the selling price you can actually sell it for, how much competition you have, different marketing angles you can use. Having as much data here will help influence you to make the right decision when it comes to picking your product so you can make tons of money. You can use things like Google Trends and keywords everywhere to help you with that. What I recommend to all my students is to create a burner account using TikTok and IG and only use those accounts to find products. And if you have access to tools like Shop Hunter, then I would use this for verification to make sure that the product that you pick is actually making sales and really is a winner. I can take any website I find through my burner account, like this one, go to their actual website and copy the link into Shop Hunter. If they've made over $20,000 in the last 30 days, then you should consider giving it a try. From there, order your product off of Amazon and start creating content similar to your competitors as soon as you receive the product. And once you receive it, you're ready to start making some really great content. The way I like to create organic content is using the ADO model. This stands for attention, interest, decision, and action. When you think about attention, think about what can you do to capture the viewer's attention in the first 3 seconds. This is also considered a video hook. Then you want to keep their interest, tell them a story, keep them interested in the hook you just gave them. After that, you want to help them make a decision. So press on their pain points or show them the dream and experience they'll have once they buy your product. Help them make the decision that they need this product. And lastly is action. You're gonna have to let them know exactly what they need to do right after the video to be able to get that same experience. And that's telling them something like having to get it from your bio, having to check out your page, whatever action you actually need them to do, that's what you're gonna have as your last piece of the video. The most important part is the attention grabbing hook at the beginning. Remember what we talked about when it came to people's attention span. If you want them to get closer to the sale, you need to be able to grab their attention from the beginning and keep their attention going throughout the rest of the video. And although the hook is the most important part, knowing the journey that the customer is going to take is also going to make it much easier to get sales on your store. And if you want to learn more about how to make really good content and leveraging this opportunity, then hit the link down below to join my community. You'll have all the information you'll need to get started and like-minded people who also want to find success in this space. I quite frankly try to treat it like family. Get some of your videos to go viral, and when people start hitting you with comments about I need this, where do I order, etc., that's when you'll build a website that they can visit. Then you'll be able to start making money. Repeat this process and make as much money as you possibly can. Even though I'm telling you all this, to this day, there's only 2 reasons why I've been able to make it this far. And that's because 1, I literally just decided to start, and 2, I chose to get a mentor. Ever since I did those 2 things, I've been able to make good amounts of money, start traveling the world, and worry less about where the money I need will come from and when I'll need it. Even with all this, it still feels like the beginning to me. I have many bigger goals I want to hit and many more lives I'd like to impact on the way. If you've watched this video to the end, then chances are you can be one of those people. You're part of the few that are tired of being fed dumb advice and want to take action. Remember, the only difference between you and myself is that I got started, I kept going, and I found a mentor that's able to guide me as well. The greatest thing I can tell you is don't follow the masses because everyone will hate on it. Tell you it doesn't work, tell you it's fake, and they haven't even made money from it yet. Only take advice from people living the life that you want to live. And if your dream life looks anything like my own, then I think you should subscribe for more videos full of value. And if you're truly serious, then take a look at the link below so you can learn how to start getting paid online and build your own online business. I appreciate you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.
I want money, can't lose focus, can't lose sight of what's important.